Breaking news out of Pittsburgh. They arrested 28 of them. Look what they are getting charged with. Pittsburgh after a lengthy Title III wiretap investigation into drug trafficking and violence in Pittsburgh's West End neighborhoods and other communities in the Greater Pittsburgh area, 28 people, all residents of Western Pennsylvania, were indicted by a federal grand jury in Pittsburgh on charges of violating federal narcotics and firearms laws. A federal grand jury has issued two separate, but related, indictments. United States Attorney Scott W. Brady and FBI-Pittsburgh Special Agent in Charge Bob Jones announced today. U.S. Attorney Brady stated, "Reducing violent crime and making our communities safe for law-abiding citizens is a top priority of the U.S. Attorney's Office. Working with our federal, state and local partners and using every tool at our disposal, we will prosecute gangs like the Greenway Boy Killas, which terrorize our neighborhoods and put innocent people in danger, to the fullest extent of the law." The FBI works closely with our law enforcement partners to make sure those bringing violence to our streets are held accountable, said Special Agent in Charge Bob Jones. "We want to make this clear to other gangs operating in our communities. We are coming for you, and the violence won't be tolerated." The indictments. The first indictment, unsealed today, containing 4 counts, named Jewel Hall, 36, of Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania; Willie Harris, 39, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Marvin Younger, 37, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, currently incarcerated; Joe L. Hollis, 30, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Alan Green, 39, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Mardija Chappell, 24, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Brett Rogers, 32, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Marshania Manning, 26, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Brian Smith, 24, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Balon Kennedy, 24, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Tyree Davis, 34, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, currently incarcerated; Cecil Howard, 47, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Brian Dean, 30, of Bridgeville, Pennsylvania; Antoine Jr., 28, of Washington, Pennsylvania; Antoine Dean, Sr., 53, of Heidelberg, Pennsylvania, and Mary Cerezo, 57, of Lawrence, Pennsylvania. According to the indictment, from in and around November 2017, and continuing thereafter to in and around June 2018, in the Western District of Pennsylvania and elsewhere, the defendants conspired to possess with intent to distribute and distribute 280 grams or more of crack cocaine. Also according to the indictment, during that same time frame, Jewel Hall, Willie Harris, Marvin Younger, Joe L. Hollis, Alan Green, Brian Dean, and Mary Cerezo conspired to possess with intent to distribute and distribute 500 grams or more of powder cocaine. The indictment also charges Jewel Hall and Marvin Younger with 1 count each of possession with intent to distribute cocaine, on December 29, 2017, and May 21, 2018, respectively. The law provides for a maximum total sentence of not less than 10 years and up to life in prison, a fine of $10 million, or both. Under the federal sentencing guidelines, the actual sentence imposed would be based upon the seriousness of the offenses and the prior criminal history, if any, of the defendant. The second indictment, also unsealed today, containing 4 counts, named Monta Banks, 27, of McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, currently incarcerated; Lawrence Morrison, 35, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Tamri Moore, 34, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Jaimin Woods, 28, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, currently incarcerated; Robert Moore, 36, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Raymond Cherzanovsky, 50, of Zalienapple, Pennsylvania; Mark Givens, 28, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Eric Kaminsky, 46, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Charles Jones, 25, of Bellefonte, Pennsylvania; Delrico Cliburn, 26, of Braddock, Pennsylvania, Rasham Littleberry, 28, of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Kelly Gossett, 36, of Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. According to the indictment, from in and around November 2017, and continuing thereafter to in and around June 2018, Monta Banks, Tamri Moore, Jaimin Woods, Robert Moore, Raymond Cherzanovsky, and Eric Kaminsky conspired to possess with intent to distribute and distribute 28 grams or more of crack cocaine. Also according to the indictment, during the same time frame, the same defendants, along with Charles Jones, Mark Givens, Delrico Cliburn, Rasham Littleberry, and Kelly Gossett conspired to possess with intent to distribute and distribute a quantity of heroin. Also according to the indictment, during the same time frame, Monta Banks, Lawrence Morrison, Tamri Moore, and Raymond Cherzanovsky conspired to possess with intent to distribute and distribute a quantity of powder cocaine. The indictment also charges Jaimin Woods with being a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition on or about December 7, 2017. The law provides for a maximum total sentence on the drug charges of not less than 5 years and up to 40 years in prison, a fine of $2 million, or both. The law provides for a maximum sentence on the firearm charge of up to 10 years in prison, a fine of $250,000, or both. Under the federal sentencing guidelines, the actual sentence imposed would be based upon the seriousness of the offenses and the prior criminal history, if any, of the defendant. Assistant United States Attorneys Rachel Dizzard and Tanya Sulia Goodman are prosecuting these cases on behalf of the government. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Drug Enforcement Administration jointly led the multi-agency investigation of this case, which also included the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police, Allegheny County Sheriff's Office, Allegheny County Police Department, Pennsylvania State Police, Robinson Township Police Department, Stowe Township Police Department, Pennsylvania Attorney General's Office, Wilkinsburg Borough Police Department, and the McKees Rocks Police Department. Other assisting agencies include the Moon Township Police Department, Avalon Police Department, Munhall Police Department, Altoona Police Department, Johnstown Police Department, Shaler Township Police Department, Canonsburg Police Department, Cecil Township Police Department, Allegheny County Adult Probation, ICE, Homeland Security Investigations, Pennsylvania State Parole, and the Allegheny County Port Authority Police Department. The investigation was funded by the Federal Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force Program, OCDTF. The OCDTF program supplies critical federal funding and coordination that allows federal and state agencies to work together to successfully identify, investigate, and prosecute major interstate and international drug trafficking organizations and other criminal enterprises. An indictment is an accusation. A defense